kusTvadventures. This time we're heading back off into the central west of New South Wales, going to a little place called the Turon Gates. Meeting up with some mates out there, gonna do some forward driving, gonna try driving the track to Sofala from Turon Gates. Just not too sure on the river levels at the moment, so we'll scope that out when we get down there. So do a bit of gold panning, bit of exploring, bit of forward driving, and just all around having a good laugh with the boys. So stay tuned, grab yourself a beer and enjoy the show, guys. Well, we haven't left camp yet, but since we're on the Turon, I thought I'd go do a bit of a sample, see what I could scratch out. So I just came over here. As you can see, the creek would be flowing down here in a bit of current. And hopefully that's a natural crevice, and been digging down there, very soft. But we'll go give it a pan and see if there's any colour in there. So as you can see from that sample, I've got one full pan. Bit of an awkward spot to pan, so I'm going to have to put the camera down. But I'll pan it out and show you if there's any colour. Well, I'll even show you if there is no colour. Well, unfortunately nothing showed in that first pan. I actually did one rough little sample behind a tree root last night. Back down around that bend. But just having a little muck around while the boys get set for their breakfast and things. But gonna go off explore today. Hopefully do a bit of trout fishing if we see any. Especially some gold panning if we see some nice bedrock. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy what's coming up. So our camp, as you can see, is just through those trees just there. Came up here this morning to have a look around. You can see all the old timers workings through here. Just amazing me every time how much work they actually did by hand. So I thought I'd come up here and take a little sample. I'm gonna scratch around in there, and maybe they missed something in the old days. So I'll show you the results when I get back down the creek. A lot of working by the old timers. you can see, we've been driving the Upper Turon Road heading towards Sofala a bit more. Word to the wise, don't come down here and do it unless you've got a 4B. As you can see, one of the boys has got an X-Trail which is coping more than fine. But just thought we'd come stop and have a bit of a lunch and a feed and a beer or two down at the river. So I'm going to get out the sluice and get cracking for a little bit. I saw that nice bar over there that I'm going to give a go. So I'll start getting some stuff set up and give a test and maybe check at the end of where these heavies are around here for some flood gold. But just going to punch some test holes and see what we can scratch up.
Look at the face, that's gold.
Oh Lord Jesus, oh. I thought I can't get up.
Just calculate it.
It's one of those bear crocodiles.
Pretty slippery, old girl.
Alright, so just having a bit of a scratch, taken off the top of the couple of inches there. So not expecting much, but the two little specks there. So
that brass you bought from the hardware
we'll
store
keep
you got
digging a bit deeper and see what comes out. bucket, set up the sluice and drop it somewhere so I got a bit of flow. And see how much material will come out of one bucket. Maybe process of sluicing it. We'll see. That's the rapids, or a bit of a quicker flow that I'm going to try set up the Angus McKirk Boss sluice. These things are absolute animals. They process materials so quickly. The only problem is you do need a bit of water flow and a couple of inches of depth. So I'll go set it up now, show you how I have it running, and see if I can start showing you some gold turning up in those first few riffles and that little launch pad section. Alright, after about 5, maybe 6-7 minutes, I've got it up to how I like it running. Got about 2 inches of water at the front, drops down to about an inch down there if that, so like about an inch of drop. As you can see that V forming, that's how I like it. And the beauty about the Boss, or any of the Anguses, I'm pretty sure, you get the support bars there. Just thought I'd show you my little mod. It doesn't really take effect, but as you can see that bubble, I've centered a bit. That's where I kind of want it when I do it, but we'll start putting some material through and see if anything shows up. After running that 15 litre or so bucket of cons through the Boss, that's what I'm left with. Not that too confident, didn't see any specks turn up in the top section, so we'll head back to camp now, pan it out and see if there's any results. If not, I'll have to venture out tomorrow and scout around. expecting a thunderstorm. And stew. See you soon. Quick trout camping trip. Those pegs from Audi for 10 bucks. Like butter through this cobbly ground, and they hold absolutely perfect. Best pegs, 10 bucks, Audi. Keep your eye peeled. Absolutely dry. So I'll go back, get the bucket, collect some soil, some samples, and see what I can find when I get to some water. Show you the results soon, guys. Before I dig this line, from roughly here up around to here, not going to do it all, I'm only going to fill up a little sample. But I just thought I'd show you the reason I chose this spot. When this river does have some water flowing, it's obviously coming down to this main strait here. You can see when it's in real flood it's up here, but majority of the time the nice flow should be coming down around here. What I'm assuming it's doing is hitting this bedrock and starting to swirl up, dumping all the heavies along that line there. So if I'm correct, and that's where it all lines up, hopefully start seeing some good colour. So you're going to dig down through this stuff a little bit and see what it turns up. I'll show you when we get to some water. Well, I've carried back that 15 kilo bucket of dirt up to the back up there. There's my car. But I came across some good soil, so I've got no other buckets. They're full of camping stuff at the moment, so I just have to grab my pan and classify. But just wanted to show you quickly. Obviously all the river gravels, when it gets into the finer stuff that's slipped down between the river gravels. But down the bottom here again, I'm just trying to get some out for you. As you can see, I'm starting to get into decent sized rocks again, river rocks. So I'm just going to take a sample from this bottom layer down here. As you can see, I'm all stuck in there, in between this sandy layer and then those rocks. So I'll take a test pan from the bottom there and see if that's going to hold better gold than that top layer. Show you the results as usual, guys. They're the river rocks coming out underneath that fine layer from the very bottom. So I'll go find water and test it. And if need be, come back. Well, for about an hour's effort, not even one flake. So I don't know, I might give another hole punch or something like that. If not, I think I might just head home, shower up. So after about an hour's effort, about 15 kilos, not one flake to show for it. That spot that I just showed you was no good. So might keep driving around and find another spot. If not, I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and keep an eye out for the next video coming up. See you again soon, guys. Thanks for joining us.